Sun Bowl and home to the UTEP Miners, and it's always a pleasure to come out this way, and we're certainly excited about the game we have in store. In this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers taking on the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hilltoppers will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the UTEP Miners offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that.
There he goes. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Baker. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 40, there he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Hey, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Sims. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Miners are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Running it to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Miners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught over the middle. It's West. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Miners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. Finding open areas. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
The Hilltoppers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Power football with the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. Turning it on. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. TCU is running away with things, and I'm not sure who saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 20 over UCF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, the running back has it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. The Miners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gives it on the option. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Miners are on the move.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss.
Oh, he's got some space. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The corners are walked up tight. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, UTEP.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. On the direct snap, it's Myers. Makes a man miss. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Hilltoppers will try to pick it up on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. UTEP has the ball the offense ready to go back to work.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Miners in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Miners will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now the play fake. Going over the top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The Hilltoppers are threatening on 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Toss to the outside. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Miners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion...
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to bowl his way in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Miners.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Finding an escape route. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Miners will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The Miners want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Miners decide to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hilltoppers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Meyer. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Fires to the big fella. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. TCU is running away with this one thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 34 over UCF. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. from the gun to give, looking for room. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. The Miners headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The run from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Miners will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle, it's Myers. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Gets the back moving. The give to the tailback. Makes a man miss.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Snagged in the middle, it's Meyer. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man quickly. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wants to throw again. Here's the heat. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll try the outside to the left. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the 1st. Touchdown, WKU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rides the back on the option, the give. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. The Miners will hustle to the line.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do.
Breaks into the open. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Illegal blocking offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The Hilltoppers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback on the keeper. Kept it, and he's past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Meyer. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. and they can just run the football up multiple possessions, they're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
To the ground. He's got it again. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Miners moving quickly to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it. Some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's West. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for it all. Grabs it inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Miners have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Big guy smells it, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UTEP.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They'll try to get outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Facing a 3rd and long. Offense called calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Got a little space. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll try the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That one will put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball. It's ready to go back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's West. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play.
He lofts one down the sideline. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it, and the offense should be able to run out the clock. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. And just too much on that pass, too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Here we go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unleashes one deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
One more play to pad the stats. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to